Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 and I'm back with another video. And this is whew, a Bears win, you know, a Bears win. I'll take it. It was an ugly game, but I'll take it. Um, so many things I just got to get into. Just so many things. What a game. I swear. In the last 2 minutes, I was pissed off and then I was happy. Now, I'm just gonna get into, the game. So we won 16 to 14, thanks to Eddie Pinero kicking a 53-yard field goal to help us win this game. Um, Other than that, I'll take the win, and it was, good. It was good. Like I said in my preview, this could have been a trap game, and this was a game where we needed the offense to step up. Um, as a whole, the offense did not. It was okay for the most part. Running the ball wise, probably the first time I saw Matt Nagy actually commit to the run and stay on it for basically a majority of the game. That one drive where we scored our touchdown was all on the run. Now, when it came to passing the ball, I still did not see nothing from Trubisky that, excited me. Other from that clutch throw with seconds left to go in the game. Trubisky, for the most part, really didn't do anything. Um, you know, if not, I would personally say he played slightly worse than he did, in the first game. He didn't, but I'm gonna be honest, he looked no better than he did in the first game. Um, you know, it was just depressing to see that your quarterback can't do anything with without it, because your quarterback only can get up to like at least 100 and something yards passing, probably like 101, and Joe Flacco's on the other side, nearly almost throwing 300 yards passing, or he had like 200 yards passing or something. Um, so the offense is still of a concern. The Bears on offense still look terrible. For the most part, they still look bad. From the quarterback perspective, it looks bad. Running the ball looked a lot better, and it looks like it's going to be, a big part of the offense. But I saw a tweet like during the game. This isn't a Super that said this isn't a Super Bowl, caliber offense, Super Bowl winning caliber offense. This isn't a playoff offense. This is not even a 500 team, offense. This offense is slow, and most of the part, it's because Trubisky isn't playing no better. Um, you know, Trubisky looks like he actually, took a step back instead of take a step forward. We're getting all these hype ups from Nagy in training camp saying he's taking the next step. He has yet to take the next step. He hasn't done nothing. This game, he didn't do really nothing. You know, I said in my preview, I wanted to see improvement. I wanted to see him, come out, not like literally throw dimes all over the field, but come out and play better than he did, last week. And he really didn't play better for the last week. He played basically, if not the same level he played last week, and he played at a subpar level. The only good thing he did was really, that clutch throw. That clutch throw that saved us this win, made us escape by the skin of our teeth. You know, that was what happened. And, next week, again, I'm going to say, we're going into playing, Washington. Trubisky has to step up his game immensely now. As the week go on, I'm holding him to a higher standard. And the more and more I look, the more and more I see he's actually like regressing instead of progressing. There's a lot of bad in this game. There was a lot of bad in this game. Penalties were another issue in this game. Now, we only had two really BS penalties, which was the roughing the passer and, crap, what was the other one? It was roughing the passer and some other bad penalty that, made no sense. Um, you know, it the penalties, they need to come down. Um, you know, Too many penalties and stuff like that. It, that's all. That's really what I have to say. Next up, the defense. They played. I would say, okay. Now, for 3 quarters, they played pretty good. The okay part happened in literally the last 2 minutes of the game when it was like time for a key stop, a key drive. They couldn't get the stops on fourth down. I'm gonna point out this. Why the hell is Kyle Fuller like backed up almost on the first down marker? Um, you know, in those key fourth down situations, they were backed. He was like way off the ball, and I'm like, dude, press the receiver up. Make him fight for yards and stuff like that. He's way backed up, and I'm like, you know, all they're doing is just running simple outs, 10-yard outs or 5-yard outs just to get the first down. And I'm like, Fuller, please press. And on the touchdown, on the 2-point conversion, Emmanuel Sanders got, Kyle Fuller didn't get his hands on him. He's all the way backed up. And I'm like, dude, get your hands on him. The defense that last drive kind of fell apart. On various occasions. You can question the timeout Nagy called on that one fourth down, on the first fourth down of that Broncos drive, in the last time they had the ball. But Buster Screen was literally coming up the middle or coming up the side, and looked like if the play had gone, he would have got the sack. Another thing about Buster Screen. So on the 2-point conversion, there's a delay of game. So the Broncos have to go kick the field goal now. The Broncos missed the field goal attempt, or missed the PAT attempt. And, but there was a flag, and Buster Screams literally jumped off sides. I don't know how you're jumping off sides on a, PAT. That it should be simple, and that's when I got pissed. And, there's just so many things to look back. This game was a pretty poorly played game. In the terms of the quarterback play, yet again, I'm still trying to see, is Trubisky going to be that guy? Trubisky, for the most part, did literally next to nothing this game. We literally won the ball game just running the ball. And if you ask me, I haven't seen no gameplay of the Lions, but we look like we're the worst team in the NFC North. We look like we have the worst quarterback play in, all the league right now. Gardner Minshew made his first career start. He looked better than freaking Trubisky today against the Texans defense. I just don't know what's going on with Trubisky. He has the talent to play like an NFL quarterback. We're just not seeing it. We only see it in like the last clutch throw, like just small flashes. It can't be for a whole game. And I think that's making me upset more by more, the fact that this guy, we see the flashes of him being a good quarterback, but it doesn't really amount to nothing. Trubisky played another poorly played game. He played no better than he did the first game. Again, I'm going to say it, going into watching him for Monday Night Football. Is he going to progress and take his game up to the next level? Because if he does the same stuff by Washington, we're not going to win ball games. We're going to be winning We may win ball games, but ball games were on the skin of our teeth. Like I said, out of 2 weeks so far, Trubisky is not lived up to the quarterback we said. 202 my butt. He has not played like he should have complete mastery of this offense. You know, we're lucky. He's lucky enough. He stepped up and he made a very clutch throw. On that last drive, he was pretty inaccurate. You know, he had another chance on that same exact game-winning drive to get Allen Robinson into field position down the middle. But he was slightly behind. He threw the ball slightly behind Allen Robinson instead of throwing it, to his shoulder. It would have been a completed pass. And I don't know. The more and more I'm watching, the more and more I'm seeing no improvement from our offense. And it's just something with Trubisky, and it's about to be the narrative of he might not. Out of 2 weeks, he's already starting to prove that he's not the guy. Like I said, we still have 14, 15 more weeks yet left to see where he goes, and if he somehow catches fire, then maybe he deserves it. But right now, it ain't working. He needs to play better. And he needs to play better. Because, I don't know if Nagy's play calling is inhibiting him. And I gotta say this, the play calling was slightly better. But it's just some things irk me. Mike Davis. Mike Davis looks like a good running back. But, look. Just keep giving the ball to David Montgomery. Good things happen when he has the ball in his hand. Stop giving it to, Mike Bell. Every time Mike Bell touched the ball, he literally got stopped behind the line or only got a 1 yard gain. Montgomery, for what it's worth, even though sometimes he got 1 yard gains off the run, he would still at least try to extend the play and get 2 or 3 extra yards. Stuff like that. The defense, the front seven. Really, I could tell after a while the defense was getting exhausted. That altitude was getting to them. But I'm still not blaming the defense. They still should have came up and got the stop, especially on 2 4th downs. And it was just simple. And those 2 4th downs, it was just simple. It was just a simple out route and a simple, in route. I think all the times the Broncos went for it on 4th down, they converted. And, it irks me that we couldn't get one stop on 4th down. That goal line stand reminded me of the Eagles game. How we couldn't stop it. It was just a measly 5-yard out. Get your hands on the receiver and, do something about it. Slow him down. Don't make him get outside. And don't make him get inside of you, And really, for the most part, it was just dink and dunk passes and simple stuff. It's get your hands on them, cover the guy, and you'll be good. Hero, or I'm just going to say the MVP of the game, is Eddie Pinero. He made all his kicks, and he won the game-winning field goal. So he is the MVP of really tonight's game. And, he saved us by the skin of our hair. My stomach still feels, literally unraveled because of, that. But, next week we play the Redskins, and they still have a pretty good defense. So I need the offense, really, Trubisky, because the run game's showing more promise now. If we stick to that run game, it helps Trubisky out. But even when we did run the ball, Trubisky played no better. And, he had some good passing. He had some good passes here and there, but for the most part, he did next to nothing on offense. I need to see more. If he's not going to take this gradually time to improve and get better, and he's going to keep regressing each game, he's not the guy. And we're going to be trying to look in the free agent market, heck, even the draft to an extent, trying to find that quarterback. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to go back to the 2017 draft, where you had Patrick Mahomes and you had Deshaun Watson. Yet you take a guy with 13 career starts at quarterback. it's going to be, we're going to see where the offense goes and where it picks up. And also the defense, going to Washington, hopefully they can play slightly a lot a better game than they did today. It was just one of those games where it's a tough, grinded out game, where it's a close game. Now, personally looking at it, we should have probably beat the Broncos if our offense was clicking on all cylinders. We should have beat them by 2 touchdowns. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's just something with me. Trubisky from last year looked so much better than he does now in only 2 games. Like I said, it's only 2 games. He could pick up his play, but so far he's not doing, a very good job. Um, you know, Other than that, that's all I have to really say about tonight's game. It was a close game, a game where we all, as Bears fans, were sweating probably, like crazy. I know I was losing it, sweating, hoping he made the kick, and when the kick literally angled up and went down the middle, I was like, thank you. That's what should have happened at the Eagles game. Thank you, Cody Parkey. You know, it finally feels like now it looks like we got our kicker. It looks like now we got our kicker situated. So honestly, I feel, to be completely honest, I feel complete confidence in Eddie Pinero when he makes a kick. He made a 53-yard field goal and in a clutch situation to win the game. It was great to see that. But as for Trubisky, I'm gonna say it next week in my preview. He needs to pick up his pace of play, and he needs to play better. But other than that, for you Bears fans, the Bears win 16-14 against the Denver Broncos in a very tough, game. I would not like to win a game like that close, where it comes down to the last second, again. But like I said, at the end of the day, a win's a win. You'll take any win you can get in football. But I would like to see more firework. I would like to see more, offensive production coming from my offense. It could be a lot better. And it needs to be a lot better. Starting week 3, again, another week. I'm going to give Trubisky really now, after 2 games of seeing, I'm going to give Trubisky probably now 10 weeks because, my goodness. I said I would give him a season, but he played no better than he did last week. So still, I don't have to, really worry about it. We're 1-1. We're basically tied for second place in the division. Sadly, the Vikings lost and didn't do their job in beating the Packers to push them to 1-1. But so be it. We'll have to try to catch the Packers later. But now that the Packers are 2-0, we might not catch them. So I don't know. The offense needs to pick it up. Still lack of production by the receivers, and still lack of production by the quarterback. I don't know what Trubisky's seeing out there. I don't know what Nagy's calling. Maybe you might have to do some dink and dunk passes. Get him started on some dink and dunk passes, like 5 yards out. Hitches, slants, something. Get him started so then he can start pushing the ball down the field more. The more he does that, the more he'll have more confidence in himself. Other than that, he's doing really next to nothing. So next week will be Monday Night Football against the Washington Redskins in Washington. And we're going to see how the offense does in that game. So will they be nearly as stagnant as they were, week 1 and week 2? We'll see. For the most part, I thought the offense was kind of boring. But other than that, that's it. As for defense, I would like really to see more pressing up by the corners and Amukamara and, Kyle Fuller. I don't want them, sometimes it's okay to be backed off, but look, when it comes to a point where it's an obvious, play and you got to protect the sticks on like a 4th down, please look at where you're at and just cover the sticks, man. And cover the receiver good. But, other than that, that's all I have to say on another Bears victory. So, we can sleep peacefully tonight. Because I think if we had lost, especially the way we lost, I probably would have came on here and started ranting. So, hopefully now I can sleep nicely. I also have to go, do my homework and stuff like that. But, we'll see how the offense looks next week. But other than that, if you like this video, leave a like. If you want to get your thoughts on tonight's Bears victory, um, you know, put that in the comment section. And also, if you want to get more Chicago Bears, content, hit that subscribe button. So till then, this is Camfrey15. I'm gonna get out of here. So everybody, you guys have a great night, and bear down.